What's up, guys? It's the Farooqi Bros back with another video, and today we're gonna do a little bit different. Instead of covering the news, we're gonna have a little debate format between the four brothers, and we're gonna be debating who our favorite Joker is, but also ranking our top 5 Jokers each. So you can go into animation, you can go into real live action, you can judge it based on the laugh, you can judge it based on the performance, whatever your personal criteria is, up to you. But just you can explain what your criteria was, and then go for your ranking. Once again, everyone's on the table, from Joaquin Phoenix to Heath Ledger, from Mark Hamill to Troy Baker, Jack Nicholson, everyone. Just throw everyone in there and do your ranking. All right. So, who wants to go first?
Samir,
No, I'd rather not.
Why not?
Because.
Let them think about it a little bit. So someone else go first, like Zion.
John, you're the resident.
Yeah, you're the resident Batman fan, so let's do it. You can just.
okay.
Obviously, let's change time to time. What's it right now?
Let's change, but for now, it gets harder when you factor in animation and games and stuff like that. But I guess are we talking about performances or like just characters?
It's whatever your criteria
We're
is.
talking about
Like, are we talking about
best
best
performances, obviously.
just performance wise?
Yes.
Okay. This is tough. But for number one,
Yeah, I already know what you're about to say.
number one is tough because at first,
Why don't you go from 5?
well,
to
there's
1?
a lot of factors. Well, there's a longevity factor, which Mark Hamill has over all of them, but then there's the emotional impact factor, which Joaquin brought to his Joker, and then there's a more classic, like, character which Heath Ledger brought. They all give different things, but I guess overall, just in terms of childhood and everything, I'd say Mark Hamill is my number one. And I mean, his laugh is just insane. It's like it's probably the most iconic Joker laugh in like any medium. Number 2 would be Joaquin Phoenix. That's right. I think this film, it just showed Joker in such a crazy light, and his performance, you can't just brush it aside. And that's not saying number 3, which Heath Ledger. I'm not saying that he didn't also have just an amazing performance, but in terms of like the way, the depth they brought to the character and how they really got into it, I think Joaquin is my number 2.
All right.
And Ledger, obviously,
3, yeah.
he's 3, amazing. There's really nothing more to say. He was perfect in his role as
I'm more interested in hearing
antithesis
your
to
4 and
Batman.
5 though.
Okay, 4.
Between Nicholson and Leto now, or if you have someone else you have surprise you want to put, you can go ahead.
I guess.
You have to go Nicholson. You have to.
Well, let him see what he goes
You
with.
can't go Jared Leto. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna go with Jared Leto.
What
Because
the hell?
now, let me tell you. I like Nicholson's, but they really delved more into the campy nature of Joker, which is good, and it was a good antithesis to that Batman, which compared to all the other films and stuff like that, all the medium and the comic books, which are much darker. So they allowed Joker to have a little more campy with his gadgets and his like toys or whatever he uses. So that was a good, but it wasn't I would say that's not better than Leto. In terms of performance, I think if Leto got the opportunity with the better writing, a better script, he could have done amazing, because we've seen his other roles, like Blade Runner and
I wouldn't have
others.
said that before.
He could have done really good.
Yeah, so
That's my 4 and Nicholson my 5.
then why don't you give your top 5? You go from 5 to 1, 1 to 5. It doesn't matter what you prefer.
All right, number 1, Joaquin Phoenix.
All right.
Only because the reason I'm putting him over everybody else is because his performance is better than every other person. In my opinion, it's also better than Heath Ledger. Like, Heath Ledger did amazing, and I think he hit his own ceiling. Like, it was amazing what he did.
Yeah.
But I think with Joaquin Phoenix being given an entire film just for him, I think Heath Ledger would have done something insane with that too. But with him getting an entire film just to himself, I'm going to say he's number 1.
Nice.
Heath Ledger is obviously number 2 for the reasons I just mentioned. Then Mark Hamill 3 for the reasons you mentioned. Jared Leto 4, unfortunately, with the reasons you mentioned, because yes, if he was given a better script and a better, like, if he was given the stuff that Heath Ledger
or even with the stuff he already taped that no one ever saw.
That's true.
If he was given those things, I think he would have challenged. In my opinion, he could have even been one. Like, imagine him in a Ben Affleck
Yeah, could have worked.
like
Yeah,
directed by I don't know someone crazy like Matt Reeves directing that film
yeah.
with Joker in it. That'd be freaking nuts. So, like when we put these guys like in our like the last few spots, it doesn't mean they're bad. It just means sometimes it means like the actors didn't get
Yeah.
the same privilege.
Everything goes into it.
Yeah, everything goes into it. But his performance
And what about
was
5?
okay. Nicholson. Actually,
Nicholson?
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker, you like Troy
Troy
Baker
Baker.
more?
Troy Baker.
Didn't Troy Baker play him again in something else? Oh, not something else. No, I'm gonna get
Now, Troy played Batman in the Telltale games.
Yeah,
not
okay.
Joker.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Samir, give your top 5.
Mine's the same as yours.
What the hell?
Like what?
What was mine?
Mark Hamill.
You put Mark Hamill 1, really?
That's right.
Wow,
Okay.
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Samir's a real one.
I actually want to say the reason I can't put a voice actor above an above like the people that have to do everything is because it's a million times harder to do everything. A million
that,
bajillion
that
times
makes
harder.
sense. Yeah.
That's true.
So
but
yeah.
I,
Like, it's all
I can
personal.
never. I
Yeah.
love Mark Hamill. I hate Luke Skywalker, but I love Mark Hamill. But I don't think he's like the voice cannot be.
Yeah,
In
he
some
has a good
cases,
voice.
you
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair.
You
Right,
can't.
yeah. But we're talking about like favorites, and
Yeah.
there's a personal connection that is.
So you're saying Mark Hamill
They're
number
always
1.
saying they're losing the debate.
Then between Phoenix and Ledger, who you got?
Phoenix.
Then Ledger.
Yeah.
You have Leto above Nicholson.
That's right.
All right, that's a surprise. I didn't see that from you, but okay. Nicholson at
If
5.
you ask me tomorrow, I might have Ledger.
Yeah, it always changes. So my
Or I might
list,
switch. I don't know.
my list. I'm like between him and him because like I get your Mark Hamill point because Mark Hamill again that's the voice I heard when I was a kid and I still think okay Mark Hamill Joker I really saw
His voice in life
together.
is still the greatest.
Yeah, but it like he said it goes in everything. Like if you physically put on a performance in a show, that goes higher in my head. So in this case, I will put Joaquin Phoenix at number 1. I'll put Ledger at number 2. I'll put Mark Hamill at number 3. So far, my list is similar to his, but I'm going to give Nicholson the edge over Jared Leto only because Jack Nicholson as an actor is actually a little better of an actor than Jared Leto. He also won an Oscar. He was in a lot like The Shining and stuff like that, right? So you can see that if he had to be Joker, he'd give me a better one. But with the material he was given, like you said, it was campy, but he actually made it work for the time. So I'll put him at 4 and Leto at 5. I have no issue with Leto. I like him, but you know,
Yeah, right.
there's only so much about the bearskin rug. Like I got it. But
Are you?
but either way, I like all.
There you go. That's-
I actually like.
Therein
All,
lies the problem. The material he was.
yeah,
given.
I actually like all the Jokers. Actually, there's actually hasn't really been a bad Joker, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with all Jokers. Question
There's
is,
been Jokers in bad movies.
yeah, the Joker's bad, but the Jokers themselves, they've mostly been
Yeah,
pretty
that's
well
true.
casted.
Joker's have been pretty good. Mostly.
But what is your top 5 list for Joker? Do you agree with any of us, or do you have your own spin on it? Let us know in the comments below. From the Farooqi Bros, we'll see you next time. Peace out.